There's going to be 75 trailers for Avengers Doomsday, but you're not going to be able to see them unless you go buy a ticket for Avatar. How about that? How do you like that? Man, did they blow it by doing it? I guess that's a question you can ask of them, or you can ask them about WWE. Because, man, what was that this weekend with John Cena retirement? Well, that's the story they wanted to tell. Stupid story. If that's the case, he was never going to win. No one said he should. Not what we're saying. So John and I don't always agree on everything. I feel like we're going to agree on this one. Maybe I'm wrong. That and more, and we are going to talk about the very sad story about what's going on with the beloved legendary director Rob Reiner, who unfortunately he and his wife have both passed away in very horrible circumstances. We'll discuss that off the bat. So not an easy topic to start the Monday with, but we'll do it. Myself and John Roca on the show here today. Kristian Harloff show. You ready? Yeah, me too. Here we go. Welcome back to the show, everybody, here on this Monday, the 15th of December. Joining me on the show, as always, every Monday, John Roca. What's up, Roca? How are you?
I'm okay. It's been a rough last few hours from last night into this morning. And
crazy.
Yeah, as you mentioned, but, so much, not just what happened, of course, sadly with the murders of Rob Reiner and his wife, and they've arrested his son this morning now.
Oh, they did arrest him, okay.
That officially came across a few minutes ago. Of course, what happened in Bondi and just that Sweet 16 party and the shooting at Brown. Like, there's just, the world's a tough place, man. I'm glad we have this show to talk about stuff that takes our mind off it, but, we have to address the Rob Reiner, so I appreciate you being open to that one. But yeah, tough morning for sure, buddy.
Yeah,
good to see
very
you.
tough.
Good to see everybody.
Same. And I figured, we could talk about that up top because there's not going to be an easy transition, out of it. Obviously, we're going to just discuss it in general, and we'll try to talk about his career. Even though, to be honest, I think that's as much as he's respected and beloved, it's really, it almost feels like, we know how great he is, but this sucks that this happened in general, especially as a parent. So listen, let's talk about the story, and then we'll discuss. The great Rob Reiner, gone at 78 years old.
Yeah.
So Rob Reiner, who you know him and you love him for all the classics, Princess Bride, Stand By Me. Man, he and his wife Michelle died, reports TMZ. He was 78, she was 70. The pair was found dead in their home in Brentwood, California. The LA Fire Department was called to their house a little after 3:30 p.m. Detectives from the LAPD Robbery Homicide Divisions are investigating. 2 bodies were found, matches the ages of both Reiner and his wife. TMZ confirming the deaths based on information from law enforcement sources. The outlet also says 2 suffered lacerations consistent with knife. People subsequently reporting that the pair were allegedly killed by their son, Nick. The robbery homicide divisions are taking the lead in an investigation into the incident, and at 9 p.m., LAPD Chief of Detectives Alan Hamilton said, "We have not identified a suspect at this time. There is no person of interest, and the many family members would be interviewed." Reiner is the director of multiple Hollywood classics, including The Spinal Tap, Stand By Me, Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, Misery, Few Good Men, American President, Goes to Mississippi, The Bucket List, and his final film, Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues. He was also a well-known actor in the films like The Jerk, Throw Mama from the Train, Postcards from the Edge, Sleepless in Seattle, Bullets Over Broadway, Mixed Nuts, Better for Worse, First Wives Club, Primary Colors, Ed TV, Majestic, Alex and Emma, The Wolf of Wall Street, Sandy Wexler. He also had a long TV acting career with an Emmy-winning series regular role in All in the Family and recurring guest starring roles in numerous sitcoms from the 80s to the 2020s. Okay. So, last night, I check the news before I go to sleep, and as I'm scrolling through it was so like confusing at first, right? Because it's like 2 bodies found at Rob Reiner's house. What the hell's going on there? And then it's like 2 bodies found consistent with the body types of both he and his wife, and you're like, oh no, right? And then you're like, and then it goes, now his son. Oh no! First of all, before that, stab wounds. So he murdered. So like, oh no, was there like a home invasion? Like what happened? Then his son's a suspect, and you're like, oh my God, this was one of the most tragic things ever, and so many different levels. And you see right away, son had mental health issues,
Yeah.
drug addiction, those things. We still, as John said, he was arrested. We don't know yet the
Right.
circumstance, but I think that his daughter had reported that his son might have been involved. And again,
Yeah.
more details coming. But I mean, I don't know what the relationship was. Well, as I said, we'll learn more things. But just as
Yeah.
this is just like you just can't imagine it because as like I said, a father of two kids, and
Mm,
it's like
mm.
everything you try to do to protect them, and then you see that kind of whatever was going on with this guy probably was torturing them in general, and now whatever it led to this, and it's like I, I don't have any words for it except like just horrible.
Well, obviously it's tragic, because of the way to be killed by your own family member, by your own son. I mean, that's a level of brutality that is heartbreaking for a man who brought us so much joy, and his wife, who was an essential part of his life. They met on the set of when Harry Met Sally. She was a photographer. So everything you enjoyed from When Harry Met Sally, she has a part in. She was a part of production company with him. So they were intertwined, and they were a part of a lot of circles in Hollywood. And their son, which is coming out more and more now, the information, the stuff I read is that he has been struggling with addiction since he was 15 years old. They even did a movie about it called Being Charlie, where Rob Reiner directed it. His son co-wrote it with another friend,
Wow.
rehab, and it was about the journey of being a son of a famous person and getting into addiction and what that
Mm,
leads to. And so people are talking about that movie now, unearthing old interviews with them, where it looks like the son is really kind of uncomfortable and all of that, as opposed to Rob. And of course, Rob is the son of Carl Reiner, who's a very famous himself. So this is a multi-generational family, talented family, and to have this go down in the way that it did is just heartbreaking. I had people who I know reach out to me and tell me it was his son very early in the night last night. I didn't want to post anything like that because unconfirmed
right,
reports, all of that.
right.
I also had I have a couple friends who have sources in the LA coroner's department, and they had said that his daughter was involved somehow, but of course it came out the daughter's one who found
Right.
the bodies and then reported. But I I've heard also that there was a holiday party that was involved, and it was very obvious that their son was unsettled at this holiday party, and perhaps there was a fight when
Yeah.
at the home, and then it led to all of this. But I think the number one thing, though, for me, besides the tragedy, Christian, is it shows us that like human beings are human beings, no matter how famous you are, no matter how successful you are. Addiction can unsettle any family from the lowest financial situation all the way to the top and the fame and the big Hollywood houses. Addiction is such a terrible disease, and it could lead to so many tragic things in our lives, in our world.
Easily. And someone I've been involved in that with my family,
Yes, yes, I'm
and
sorry,
it's like, so it's I get it, but it's also like you just can't imagine. And again, I don't know if Rob Reiner and his wife even had that kind of thought that yes, we know that our son is troubled. Yes, we know this, but
yeah,
could they even possibly fathom
right.
that the answer could be yes. I mean, I don't know, but in
Well,
my mind,
yeah,
you can't fathom it because it's like, of course, my child wouldn't hurt me. Could be,
right,
but you don't
right,
know. Addiction and everything else. You just don't know, and it's so tragic on so many different levels. And and to be honest with you, I don't. We can sit here and we can start talking about how great all of his movies were because we know
yeah,
that, right?
yeah,
I just don't know if that's the time. It's the time to do that today.
right,
You know what
right,
I mean? Like, yes, we all know how great he was. We can talk about how great his movies are,
right,
and there were. He was, and we will do that eventually. I just
right.
don't know if today's the day.
Yeah, that's the thing that I was struggling with this morning as well, because I see so many people posting tributes to him and talking about all the great movies, and it's like, but we're not talking about the issue, which
Right.
is the addiction, which is what happened here, which is like, how was this allowed to happen, and what went on in the home, and what went on between them that it would lead to something like this. And the daughter is the one, according to TMZ, I think I read that at TMZ, that the daughter is the one who found them and said, "Go get my brother because
He's the
he's
one
a
who did it.
danger. He's been a
Yeah.
danger to them." So that's the thing. We never know what families are going through and enduring. We never know what they're trying to put together, what they're trying to solidify within their families in order to somewhat assume a level of normalcy in their lives.
Yeah.
And clearly, there was a lot with addiction here, and it's a never-ending disease, Christian. You know this. It's a
Yeah.
never-ending disease. It's never solved. It's just something you deal with day to day. And God knows what, if he is the one who did this, God knows what triggered Nick to kill them in such a brutal fashion, because TMZ is reporting that their throats were slit
Ugh.
and that it was an argument. And so what happened? That's the thing I think we all want to kind of figure out here, you know.
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, it's horrible. So,
Yeah.
I was at the gym this morning, and like it was on every television there and everything, and it's like it just, yeah. There's nothing to say.
I know.
There's nothing to say except, this is just an absolute tragedy that you wish could have been avoided. We don't know. We don't know anything. So you got to give the unfortunately kind of I don't want to say it's cliched because it's from the heart, but the typical thoughts and prayers to the family. And also, I just hope that everything that the rest of the family can get peace in this somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah. And, and I hope I want to say this carefully, but we need to, with stuff like this, we need to react to it in a way that's respectful and understanding. And sadly, we saw this, and Christian, we talked about this with the Charlie Kirk assassination or the murder. Like, people went and grind their axes as if the murder of someone is something that you should be using to push a political point of view or something like that. And I see it happening now with the Rob Reiner death, and it's like, it's not something that should be out there. Like, the man was tragically murdered by his own son. So many parents deal with addiction, the opioid addiction, the drug addiction. Like, there's so much people deal with. Like, we should be coming from a place of empathy and understanding, regardless of political points of view.
I thought it was absolutely gross when people were saying, about, regardless of what you thought about Charlie Kirk's politics, I thought it was disgusting when people were applauding that he was gone. And I would say the same thing with anybody who says that about Rob Reiner. Anyone on both sides that applauds this or blames it is a disgusting human being in general. Both it's human life. Whether you don't have to agree with it's human life, and you can say if the person's alive or whatever. I don't agree with this person. I don't like this person.
Yeah.
I don't like what they represent. I don't like anything about them.
Right.
But when you lose your humanity when you start doing that in general and I'm not talking about Rob Reiner, Charlie, I'm talking about humans in general. You lose your humanity when it comes to that. Because it's one of the things that social media has done to us as a society, where it has watered down what it is to be a human being, because you're so detached and desensitized, because it's just things that are happening on the internet, not really connecting to you at all, because you don't have that human connection to it. So it's just a story. It's just something else, and tomorrow there'll be a new story. And I can write this and it's not, you don't have that real connection to what it really is. A father, a daughter, a mother, whatever it is. You don't have that because you're just seeing the story, and you're seeing it's the Matrix. You're seeing these things go through, and has completely devalued us as a society. And it's pretty gross. And again, it has nothing to do with if it's Rob Reiner, Charlie Kirk, whoever it is. It's human life.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So that's all we really can say about this. I mean, we really, I don't know what else to say. So thank you guys again for being with us here. Thank you for again. We knew we had to talk about this. And eventually, I promise you, we will talk about Rob Reiner and the great work that he has brought to us, and the joy that he has brought to us, and all that stuff. But as of right now, it's just let's kind of figure out what else is going on. I think this might be easier to do it this way instead of transitioning into one of our normal stories. I'm just going to tell you quick. It's holiday season's coming up. I'll give you two options real quick of something that you can get for the family, and then we'll come back and we'll do our normal show. So here's a true classic. You know how much I love true classic. I really love talking about true classic. I love it. I love true classic so much, and you guys know I love true classic. So one of the reasons I love it so much, the guys at True Classic, they started with a simple mission. What do they want to do? They wanted to bring premium, comfortable clothing to the masses, because looking and feeling great shouldn't come with the designer price tag. Everybody agrees. 25 million shirts sold to 5 million customers and more than 200,000 five-star reviews. True Classic has become a staple in closets everywhere, including yours truly. Everything. True Classic for me. I love it. It's not just about fabric or fit. It's really about confidence. It has helped me tremendously. It helps people show up every day feeling put together without trying too hard. And that is why I keep telling you about the perfect gift this holiday season is True Classic. It doesn't matter if you're shopping for your dad, your brother, your partner, even women and kids in your life. True Classic has something for everyone. The same premium comfort, perfect fit that built the brand are now available for the whole family. They fit where they should, they feel incredible, and they don't break the bank. That's the most important. You get that tailored look without sacrificing comfort or blowing your holiday budget. For me, I've been wearing True Classic for a while. You know it. I talk about it all the time. The gym, out to events, everywhere I can. And you can feel the difference the moment you can throw one on. It is tailored where you want it. It's relaxed where you need it. No bunching, no stiff fabric, no BS. Just a clean, effortless fit that actually works for real life. Skip the guesswork and that overpriced designer stuff. You give comfort, give confidence, give True Classic. Where can I find them, Kristian? I'm glad you asked. You can find them at Amazon. You can find them at Target, Costco, Sam's Club. Best way, head to trueclassic.com/Kristian. Grab the perfect gift for everyone on your list. You know how much I love True Classic, and you will too. All right, I'm so excited to find new gifts for people in the holiday season. And I know people are looking for gifts. They're running around right now. I get it. You're like, what am I going to get for somebody that I know that they're going to like? It's stressful. Trust me, I got it. Aura Frames. It is the one that you're going to get for somebody, and you're going to feel like, oh, they really thought about me when they got this. I have a problem when it comes to searching for like my mom. What is she going to like? I don't know. And I'm like, you know what? Getting her a frame. She's going to love it. She's got so many great pictures from the past and things she could use. It's amazing. So here's the beauty about it. You can upload unlimited photos and videos to this thing. You just have to download the Aura app, and it connects right to the Wi-Fi. You can preload the photos before they ship out. You can personalize your gift. You want to put a message in there. It's amazing. You can share photos and videos, no problem whatsoever. You can go right from your phone, and it's all year round. And there's a gift box included. That's pretty cool, too. Every frame that comes packaged in a premium gift box with no price tag. So for a limited time, you can save on the perfect gift. You got to visit auraframes.com. You're going to get $35 off of Aura's best-selling Carver matte frame. It's named #1 by Wirecutter. You got to use the code, though, Kristian at checkout. That is auraframes.com. Promo code Kristian. Now, this deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames do sell out real fast. So if you order yours now to get in time for the holidays, you're going to appreciate it. Support the show by mentioning us at the checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Thank you to Aura Frames, of course, True Classic. I get so many different options here every damn show. And no one that watches this show should say, oh, I don't know what to get people. I've told you twice, 3 times I made it. So
is that a buckwheat reference?
That's from Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, buckwheat.
Yeah, buckwheat. Fee times I made it. Working Panub. The best. The best. Anyway, it was did you watch Welcome to Derry this weekend?
I have not watched the finale yet because of all the stuff last night. I was not in the mood, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, the last thing I want to watch was a fucking terror show.
Understood.
Yeah.
I had seen it. I saw it like last week, but it's
oh right, yeah.
But it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. I have questions though, because people, when I'm writing my comment section about, I thought it was a prequel. People are actually telling me it's a sequel.
Right.
From certain things that happened. So it's to be debated. I think it's to be debated.
Fair point.
Yeah. Let's, you know what we can do? Let's do box office.
Okay.
Because we got some other stories that we can talk about, but box office right now I think is interesting in general. John and I usually cover the box office, so we might as well do it now.
Yeah.
Right now, Zootopia 2, which I watched again over the weekend with my little one who loved it, and my wife and my oldest. But look, Zootopia 2 crossed $1 billion. It's 1.1. A massive, huge hit, one of the biggest of the year so far. It's an incredible performance by that movie. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 pulling in another 20 million.
I know.
That's pretty big.
Look at
173. I thought it was going to have a
173.
massive drop, and it really didn't. So 173 that movie's made so far. Wicked for Good still in there. 467. I don't think it's going to cross 500, but it's still chugging along.
Yeah.
Now this is a new movie worldwide. This is Durandar. I don't know it yet. I don't know it yet. I haven't seen this one, but it's 3 hours, 34 minutes. I'm assuming, is this the same director as RRR? It is, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. That one hit number 4, and then Now You See Me at 213 million worldwide with another 2 million. They're all getting out of the way for Avatar this weekend, but nonetheless, box office, anything. I mean, I think the story is 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Zootopia just keeps like a kaiju stomping all over the box office and getting a lot of money from Japan, China, like those places, like really killing it over there and here domestically. So it's pretty amazing how much it's done, how well it's done. And then you look at the Five Nights at Freddy's, which a lot of people had already written the obituary for before it even came out, and here it is almost at $200 million.
It made in week 2 what people thought it was going to make in week 1.
Yeah, which is amazing.
All right. So apparently that movie is not the same director as Triple R.
No, I just looked that up.
So anyway, but those 2 movies, really the story, because they've made their money. They're gonna, like I said, and I still think Zootopia could still do well and continue to do well, even with Avatar. Now, I don't necessarily know about Five Nights at Freddy's continuing in there, but even if it makes another $5 million, it's still made its money, and they'll make a third for sure. Now, the big story again is Zootopia 1.1, whatever it might be. It's going to probably end at around 1.4, right? 1.4, you think?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because Avatar is about to come in here and bully everybody out of the way, and especially when they're attaching those Avengers Doomsday quote unquote trailers,
which we'll get to in just a second, because
to the things for 4 weeks in a row, 4 different ones. And that's going to be
already been proven with that. My point has already been proven with that stupid decision to make it exclusive in the theaters. So one of the stupidest things. It's like it's
already leaked. Yeah,
so stupid. It hasn't even come out. It hasn't even been in the theater yet.
Yeah,
so it's this one of the stupid. We're not living in 2013 anymore. You get everything is online. It's guarantee. Well, stick to the stupid box office. I'm getting just so dumb. So dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So I think that the only thing is, I feel like Zootopia will still have legs with Avatar in the theater, because
maybe during Christmas. Yeah, good point.
Yeah. Because I mentioned many times over, right? Like, now for let's say my 8-year-old had not seen Zootopia 2 and she wanted to go to the movies over the weekend,
right?
For during the holiday season. I'm not taking her to see Avatar.
Good point.
You know, and she's out of school. She wants to go to the movies.
Yeah.
I'm not taking her to see Avatar. I'm taking her to see Zootopia 2.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen, because all these kids are out of school now, and they've already seen the movie.
Yeah.
And now the ones that either haven't during the break, or maybe and another reason why it'll do well is because of the time period involved in it. Like my oldest is now 14.
Mm-hmm.
And she saw the first one in the theater. And so I had the screener for it, so we watched it, but it was still, she was locked into it because of the memories that she had with it.
Right.
And I think that will carry over to the people who grew up with it and saw the first one. And it'll carry over. So I don't think Zootopia is done by a long shot.
Yeah. No, you might be right. Keep going, because I think the difference between Zootopia and Wicked 2 is that Wicked 2 is absolutely now going to be on fumes. And I think Zootopia 2 and Avatar will rule the box office through Christmas.
Agreed.
Because a lot of people thought Wicked 2 might come in and explode and all of this, but I think the negative reviews, I think people going to see it agreed with the critics. And I think this is where you see how it affects box office,
mm-hmm.
And so I think that's where Wicked 2 is going to not even come close to crossing 700 million worldwide.
No, we're lucky if it hits 5. No. So it'll do less, but I think that the other thing was that people just knew from the play. It's just not the first half is stronger.
Mm-hmm.
It's just stronger. And I'll tell you the other thing that I don't think that their press for these movies have helped them at all. I think people are annoyed with them.
Yeah.
And I think that's like that's why people do press. He's like, look how where was it that I heard this? Oh, I was watching Katie's interview with Skeet Ulrich.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I'll tell you, I was always a Skeet Ulrich fan.
Yes.
I'm like a real big fan of his now.
Yeah.
I like the way he carries himself.
Yeah.
I like his just his mindset and the way that he approaches things. But he was talking about PR when they were promoting. He's like, a lot of times we passed on PR for these things because we wanted you to see the movie and not know us.
Yeah.
And look at the characters and say, well, I don't want, it's almost like wrestling.
Yeah.
Where I don't want you to see who I really am. I want you to see the character when you see the movie.
Right.
And that has changed dramatically in how they promote things now.
Yeah.
And you look at things where it's like, all those interviews. I liked the second Wicked very much so. More so than most, more than you did, right? But
yes,
I would be lying if a few times when I'm watching a movie, I was like, oh yeah, they kind of annoy me a little bit. And I like them both, but they annoy me.
Well, I think this is where the what do you call it? The press for the film, as you're saying, it undercuts how people receive it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you've got like 1,000 or thousands of TikTok videos making fun of them on the press tour and what they did. And look, that guy crashing and touching her, that was horrible.
That was horrible. Right.
That dude should be in jail for the rest of his life, in my opinion. And
the rest of his life?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I think that's extreme, but he should be in trouble. He was jumping around like a moron, and he should be banned. I don't know if he should go to jail for the rest of his life.
He got 9 days. I would put him in jail for at least 6 years.
You said the rest of his life.
Well, fine. The rest of his life.
It's pretty extreme.
You listen. You got to teach them. You got to teach them, and especially you got to teach the ones who are the loudest about doing it.
Yeah.
So you keep the other ones from
give them a huge penalty. But I mean, come on.
If you make yourself
how old is the guy? How many stupid decisions did you make when you were his age?
I didn't attack a woman in the middle of a press tour.
Wait, first of all, I agree with you that he shouldn't have done what he did. Let's be easy with attack.
I don't know.
Easy with attack.
If someone violates your personal space, he jumped on top of you.
He violated her space, no doubt, and he should have done it, and he should be punished. Attack is a strong word.
Listen, I'm still suing half of Double Toasted for their attack at me on Houston when they injured my leg. So I mean, I'm very sensitive about these things. I'm very sensitive about these things.
Understood. That's hilarious, though. I mean, remind me never to be someone in your court.
I wish I was a judge. Oh my God, I wish I was.
My Lord.
Oh,
wow.
Anyway, yes, but 6 days is nothing. He should have been in there for at least 6 months.
Fines. I'd like to see what kind of fines he had. I'd like to see,
they should what do you got to like take away all social media accounts?
I'm saying pocketbook to me is way more a viable punishment than days in jail.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Give him 3 days in jail. I don't care about what's he going to learn in jail. I don't care. I think a lot of times jail is just because we scare people. There are some people that need to be in jail. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, no doubt.
No doubt about it. But something like this, it's like, no. You know what? Hit him where it hurts. Take his social media stuff away. Take this. Like, that's where you get him and say, no, you can't do that. We're not going to put you in. When you learn in jail, you come out in jail, you do another one. So
that's true.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. I guess that's box office. What do you guys think about it? Put your thoughts in there. What's going to rule the roost outside of Avatar? What's going to come in number 2, I guess, is the main question. Yeah. Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Yeah. All right, let's get to the story. I'm not going to read the entire article because I don't want to spoil any potential details that are in it. So people who are worried about us spoiling the details on the trailer stuff, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to read the first portion of it. So don't start shitting in your pants when you see, spoilers below. I'm not going to read it. Relax, calm your tits, as they say in some parts of France. So let's read this.
Let's do it.
Avengers Doomsday trailer description revealed. There's going to focus on different characters. Great. Description of the first Avengers Doomsday teaser has been revealed alongside with other MCU characters you can expect to see. I'm not going to read that. Don't worry. Online releases plan remains a mystery, but with Avatar Fire and Ash arriving in theaters this week, we're days away from looking at the first trailer for Avengers Doomsday. Reporter has confirmed that 4 sneak peeks will be released over 4 weeks, and the idea is to encourage MCU fans to watch Avatar 3 multiple times. That does seem to imply that these teasers will be theater exclusives, though Disney clearly isn't sweating, the inevitable bootlegs that will blanket social media by the weekend. Okay, so we'll stay there. This is again stupid because Avatar doesn't need this. Avatar doesn't need this.
Yeah,
and you just to get people. Well, if you want to go back, what if you're okay? So if you're me, and someone who again, like let's say a 35-year-old me, who wants to go to the movies all the time, whether or not I'm going to press screenings or not. And I just want to keep seeing Avatar, and I want to go because I like being in that world, right?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe one of the benefits will be I'll go and I'll see event. I'm not buying the ticket just to see the trailer.
Right.
Marvel doesn't have that kind of clout right now. But maybe I'll do for one. But four? Yeah, I don't know. Now, if you're John Roca, who doesn't give a shit about these movies, really. The Avatar movies. Like, you're gonna go and pay again to sit in 3-hour, 15-minute just to see teasers?
Yeah.
It's stupid. And as I said, well, they don't really care about the leak. Then release it online if you don't care about the leaks.
Right. Why have it be out there in a worse format than you can show in 4K or whatever on YouTube? Yeah.
It's going to be everywhere.
It's a curious decision. Like I like the idea, like, we just saw the 6-minute Odyssey clip that is there for the 70mm versions of one battle. And for what was the other one? Oh, Sinners. And that's great. You know why? Because you want to get people into the theater. You know that a 70mm ticket is a lot of money. It is not a regular audience general admission ticket. It's a lot of money. So people get a little extra for their money to go back and see a film that's been out for a while.
Right.
Fair. That's great. I don't understand the logic here because Avatar doesn't need the Marvel rub. And is this more a Disney situation where they're like, well, we need to attach Marvel to things that people are excited to see. And so in some subconscious way, people now start to get excited for Marvel. Is that why we're doing this?
I guess.
By attaching it to Avatar. To me, that's the problem when you have a company that owns all these brands. The brands you can combine the brands as you see fit for your own purposes generally as a company. I think this hurts Avatar.
Me too.
To have this in front of their thing because it muddies the waters.
What's it about? Is it about Avengers or is it about Avatar?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you.
If I'm Cameron, I'd be pissed.
It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick, and it's a bad gimmick. And it's the decision seems to be made by people who are still living in 2013, where it's like, you're the power of you want to get people excited for this movie. Release these trailers online, different ones, and get people talking about it. You already proved that you can do that. And I thought it was lame to have chairs for 3 hours. I watched it. Everybody else watched it. It got people psyched up about it, and all it was names. And it got people excited online to do it. And now you're going to put this trailer, and look, the trailer will still do well,
of course,
when it comes out eventually,
right?
But you're taking away the magic because you're going to have everybody reporting on. I mean, it's already been leaked. It's already been leaked. I mean, so you already have proven, and I think a lot of people are going to show you, okay, eat this, and they know people who follow this stuff and follow the Avengers and are going there. They know that they're not putting it online, so they're gonna go, oh, I can get the hits on my channel if I post this. I can get people kind of paying attention on my side. And then what they're gonna do, like this hunt to put everything down. Remember all the different footage that was in there, or all the different when the Spider-Man No Way Home, how many times the Garfield and Tobey Maguire stuff leaked? It was out there every 5 seconds. It was all over the place. This is a bonehead. This is a bonehead move. This is a really bonehead move. As far as marketing goes.
I don't. Some people are saying like it hurts the movie. I don't think it hurts the movie in terms of Avatar. What I think it does though is, like, as I said, muddy the waters. And Avatar doesn't need Marvel to come in here to try to, rehabilitate themselves. Avatar wants to be on its own. It's its own thing. And so I think this is an unfortunate decision. And like a lot of people, like you said, like it's still going to do well online. So why not release it online? Because a lot of people aren't going to go just to see this trailer, and they certainly don't want to. And it's all going to leak out from verbal stuff, and it's all going to be out there. And so it just doesn't make any sense.
I can't disagree with this more. This makes no sense. You're talking about it accomplishes Marvel's goal. Everyone, what are you talking about? The movie itself is coming out. You're going to talk about it. If you released it online, People will be talking about it, marketing it, reacting to it, do all these different things to get the word out more. Plus, you're going, oh, and I can see this on the big screen. Yeah, that make I love you, Bo, but that makes no sense. At all. They're talking about it. Everyone's gonna talk about it. It's a movie that's coming out. It's going to be one of the biggest movies of the year. So I mean, I mean, now the question will be, to go to Bo's point, what will those ticket sales be like? And then I'd like to do a survey. How many of those people bought tickets because they knew the Avengers thing was going to be there?
Right.
They're already going to be there anyway.
Yeah, like I'm going to go see it because I have the Regal pass, but I'm going to go to a general admission, or what do you call it? Regular viewing screening of it, nothing special, because I'm not going to stay to watch the movie. I'm just going to watch
sneak into it. I wonder how many people are going to do that.
Yeah, probably sneak. Some people say if there's any seats left, some people.
I wonder how people are going to do that, standing on the corner watching for because look, and let's talk about the Odyssey thing.
Yeah,
the Odyssey thing to me makes sense. They're showing the prologue thing. That's like a special thing that, like, okay, you can only see that in theaters.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah. The trailer itself is going to be released online.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it should be released first online. Right. The prologue, that's a special thing. Now, you're going to tell me you're going to watch a full scene of the Avengers? You're going to watch like an opening thing, or you're going to watch something like that, and they're going to put like a little special thing that you can only see in theaters? I get you. I understand. The trailer, though, is a very dated way that they're doing this. I think it's going to backfire.
Well, the rumors are that it's not even a trailer, that it's just a scene. Like
it is a scene.
Like a few seconds of a scene. It's not even like a trailer. Because I'd heard the rumors that they were going to take the end of Thunderbolts and just add on to it. That was going to be the trailer, like an extra 20 to 30 seconds.
Okay. But if it's a scene, then I get it.
Or two. Yeah.
If it's a scene, then okay.
The rumors are it's 4 different trailers that from one different point of view.
Okay.
They were supposed to start with Doctor Doom, but they're starting with Cap. And then it'll be Thor and Doctor Doom, and then someone else who no one's leaked yet who the fourth person will be, which I'm curious to see who that is. But but I don't think it's going to be a full trailer. I think it's just like a 1 minute scene.
Interesting. All right, we'll see. But what I will say, going back to Bo's comment, now they do. What's the age-old thing? No publicity is bad publicity, right?
I don't believe in that anymore.
I don't really believe in that either. But there is something to be said about, it's better that they're talking about in certain things. It's better that they're talking about you than they're not talking about you in a circumstance like this. Because remember what people were saying about Avengers Doomsday. Like, I don't know how excited I am about this movie. Well, clearly people are excited about it if they're getting, antsy about the fact you're not releasing this trailer. What are you afraid of?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe there's something to it. We'll find out soon.
Yeah.
Because once it gets leaked, we'll talk about it. It's going to get leaked It's going to get leaked in like 2 days. Which is going to be ridiculous. And I wonder if they're going to kind of bend the knee to that, though. Once it does get leaked and it's everywhere, will they just say, just release it?
Yeah, exactly. Are you going to do this for 4 weeks? Like, it's just a good question to have. And the rumors are that this is going to show that Cap is the focus of the movie. And I think that's going to be a really curious reaction to see how people react to that.
Curious. Yeah. I mean, a teaser's a teaser. You don't really ever get, I always push back. I remember when we were doing Schmodown stuff and trailers would come out and there were people that were like, I don't understand why people were hyped up. They didn't show anything about the story. I was like, it was because of the teaser.
The teaser.
They never show story aspects. I mean, how long have you been covering this stuff? They never show it's just to say, hey, this movie's coming out.
Yeah.
Be aware of it. Yeah. Here's who's gonna be in it. Have some fun with some of these images.
Yeah.
When we come back with a full trailer, we'll let you know what it's about.
Yeah.
That's every movie. Yeah. That's every big movie. I never understood when people were like, I didn't get a lot from the story in that one. What the hell are you talking about?
What the hell are you talking?
What are you talking about? It's a teaser. Like, so I don't want to see that. When it comes out, I don't know what the story's about. You're not going to know what the story's about in the first one.
Yeah.
Just to let you know the Avengers Doomsday movie is coming out. That's it. Yeah. Anyway. What do you guys think? What do you make of this? Do you disagree? You think it's a good thing to try to do the Hall H exclusive to people going to the theaters? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. We want to know. All right. We're going to talk about a big story that happened in entertainment over the weekend.
Okay.
Now, we haven't talked about wrestling too much on the show recently because it's been, John and I both agree, WWE, I haven't really paid attention to it. I refuse to do the ESPN thing. I'll probably never watch a PLE ever again. I'm not spending extra money to buy it. They lost me as a fan when they took it away from Peacock. I thought it was a great idea. I liked what they do with the WWE Network. I think they're money hunting with the way that they're doing this, and I think it's going to backfire in their faces. One of the things that they did well, at least, was to promote John Cena in the beginning. This is his farewell tour. Now, regardless of what you think about how the heel turn was handled,
right.
The moment itself was special. The moment was special.
Yeah.
Where it went afterwards, not so much. So then you led to, okay, well, where are we going to go by the end of this thing? And for those people who are not wrestling fans, it's John Cena. You know John Cena, whether it's Peacemaker or anything else that he's been in. He's train wrecked. He's been in movies. He's a big movie star now. And so people wanted to see what this guy was going to do to finish out his career. Anybody who watched wrestling knew he was not going to win the match against Gunther. So, and I saw John going back and forth on Twitter on this one, and someone was like, well, what did you think? You think he was going to win? No one thought he was going to win, and he shouldn't have won. It would have made no sense for him to win. If we were having this conversation that John Cena had won the match, John and I were like, what are they doing? Why they beat Gunther? That kind of hurts Gunther, but that's not what happened. So I'll tell you what did happen. John Cena retired from wrestling, and how he did it, he submitted to Gunther. Tapped out after 75 sleeper hold attempts, and then the last one, he tapped out, and he smiled while he did it. Pro wrestling superstar John Cena ended his 24-year WWE tenure at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. by doing what he hadn't done in 20 years. He tapped out. Cena submitted to former two-time WWE heavyweight champion Gunther at Saturday night's main event in a stellar final match that's to be debated, that had the crowd hanging on every moment, hoping that Cena would go with a win. Instead, Cena's tap out signaled to fans his time is over and he's going out on his terms. Cena signed with WWE in 2001 under the name of The Prototype and made his SmackDown debut under his real name in a losing effort to Kurt Angle on June 27th, 2002. Cena struggled as a singles wrestler until he adopted the Doctor of Thugonomics heel character that saw him perform freestyle in raps and promos. Eventually, Cena became one of the most beloved wrestlers on the roster and a 17-time world champion, the most world title reigns recognized by WWE. He was in the main event of WrestleMania 6 times, recognized as one of the greatest professional wrestlers. After sporadic appearances as a part-time performer from 2017 to 2024, Cena announced at WWE's Money in the Bank on July 6th that he would retire from in-ring action at the end of 2025. His retirement tour began at the Royal Rumble in January when he was eliminated by Jey Uso. Cena stunned the wrestling world by turning heel for the first time since 2003 at Elimination Chamber on March 1st. Won a 17th World Championship, beating Cody Rhodes for the championship at WrestleMania in April. Heel turn was short-lived, and Cena dropped the bad guy gimmick and the title to Rhodes at SummerSlam in August. After wrestling Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, a tournament was announced to decide who Cena's last opponent would be. Cena won and lost the Intercontinental Championship to Dominic Mysterio while waiting for the tournament to conclude, making him a Grand Slam champion. Gunther won the tournament, submitted Cena with a sleeper hold in a match that lasted just 25 minutes. During the closing stretch, Gunther relentlessly kept Cena in the sleeping hold as fans voiced their support for their hero. However, Cena finally tapped out as fans stared in disbelief with some shedding tears. Those in the locker room came to celebrate. Triple H was booed unmercifully. And I'll tell you, I think I'm usually less of a critic on Triple H than Roca is. I have liked him. I think he was booed deservedly. I think this was a terrible decision. I know, Cena decided it. Well, Cena should have been told no. Cena should have been told no. Now, the thing that I think of in this, is Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hart.
Oh yeah, right.
Stone Cold lost, passed out with blood on his face.
Yeah,
didn't give up, never gave up. He was a heel going into the match, became a babyface coming out of it, and the opposite was for Bret Hart.
Yeah,
you could have kept having Cena fighting out of those things over and over and over again into where he keeps kicking out of it. He keeps kicking out of it because what's his motto? His motto is never give up.
Never give up.
He won't give up. So much so that Gunther is beating the shit out of him. He's hurting him. He's doing all this stuff to him. Finally, the arm just falls. He didn't give up, but it falls. And he's left in the ring, and finally, he wakes up, he gets up, the crowd goes nuts.
Yep.
Tapping out with a smile on his face? What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, my reaction is up on my channel. I watched it live.
Did you watch it live? Is it a live reaction?
I did. It was.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
It did a nice job. 30,000 views. I couldn't believe it. That many people. That shows you how many people were interested in John Cena.
Yeah.
Because it had nothing to do with John Cena's final match.
No,
it was
no,
about
no.
John Cena, who he's become now as an entertainer.
Right.
And so people wanted to honor that by showing up and seeing what would happen here. And I think Triple H dropped the ball fumbled the fucking ball big time. Because people in that in the audience, they paid I think some of them paid thousands of dollars to be there. Hundreds of dollars, thousands at a time when people are struggling to work and pay bills. And this man symbolized something to them. Never give up. I haven't always been the biggest Cena fan, but I've come around on him over the last few years, and his work outside of the business has made me appreciate his work in the business now as a retrospective thing. And so there were a lot of people waiting to see an incredible ending to that match. Win or lose, right? Some people, he could have absolutely won. I see Jeff Jarrett and other people saying he should have won. I totally respect that. But we know the business, Kristian. You go out, you put your boots out there, and you leave. That's why I lost my retirement match to Dan Murrell. I did it out of respect for the business, not because I didn't know what I was talking about. That's a lie. But you see the situation here. He did what he needed to do. Right. But to see it end up the way it ended up, it was so bad. The smile completely undercut the moment. I see some people going, well, that's him stopping being Super Cena and saying a winking to the crowd. No, you just had... and they're saying, oh, he was trying to elevate the heel into a monster heel. How much is he a monster heel when the guy you're choking out smiles at your brutal submission move and taps out like a little child? Like, that shows you, that undercuts the power of your brutal heel that you're supposed, or monster heel you're trying to make. And so the whole decision is confounding and stupid. And people saying like Cena did it all is nonsense, man.
Nonsense. I also really don't, and this is more, I feel like sounding like you with this. I don't like the way Triple H handled it afterwards. When they
laugh the way he did in the ring is a massive fuck you to
that part. That part, sure, but I'm talking more so about when he did the interview afterwards.
Oh yeah, that too. Oh,
the audience is clearly showing you we don't like the decision here. Then maybe they're going extreme by F you Hunter or whatever to it, right? But they're chanting AEW. That shook him, by the way.
That's right. It should shake him.
That shook him. But then when but they were saying things, and he's like, "Oh, honestly, I wish it would have been louder. I thought it was going to be louder." I'm like, dude, you're not playing the heel character right now. You like if you were doing the Vince McMahon heel character thing, you're not on TV a lot. You don't really do it. We see you as Hunter, and we see the decisions you make. You're telling the audience that's what we did. F you, as opposed to sorry you didn't like it. Like you could have defended your choice. Yeah. You could have sat there and go, look, we felt that this was the way that John wanted to go out, but he didn't. He just said, oh, you don't like it, guys? F you. I think that's a wrong way to take this with the fans, especially when they're struggling with trying to get people to convert over to ticket prices and all that. Like I said, I was on board. I became more of a casual fan watching the PLEs. Because I was subscribed to Peacock. It was easy for me.
Yeah.
They then said to me, well, no. We know you're a casual fan, but now just pay us a little bit more to watch them. Sorry, you lost me. I'm gone. Maybe you don't care, but I'm gone.
The numbers are down. All across the board, the numbers are down. The booking over the last year has been horrible. And I think it coincides with Endeavor coming in and Netflix coming in. Now there's more masters to satisfy, and there's more levels. He's got no matter what Triple H tries to convey to people, that it's a mom and pop operation and that him and Stephanie are the final. It's bullshit. Okay, there's a board. There's people ahead of on top of the board.
Well, John, let me give an example. Skybound.
Yeah.
Right? Skybound, I love the people of Skybound. I can't say a negative thing about Dave Alpert and Kirkman and all those. They were wonderful to me when I was there.
Yeah.
But the product changed dramatically when I couldn't do things the way that I used to be able to do.
Yeah.
Because you got to answer to the board people like still to this day, if I was going to ask the audience right now, how much do you think a season of the Schmodown cost to produce?
Yeah.
Right. No one would get the answer because they don't think about the things that we had to pay inside of the budget. We were paying the salaries of people that were working on the show. That was part of the budget.
Yep.
So that comes up to that, and things start to change within that. And maybe if you were going to say that, you can't say that. And then Well, because now that person that just tweeted that out, they don't represent Deshmode anymore. They represent Skybound. So maybe we need you to tell them this. I'm like, well, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But Skybound would.
Yeah.
So, and it's the same thing, like where it goes to Endeavor, where this is how it works. It's hilarious. Someone wrote 350K. Hilarious. I wish 350K. Are you kidding me? Like what we needed in general of what that show needed to really go to the next level was it's people don't understand. That's the same thing when it comes to the Kickstarter that's coming up. It's like you don't get it. You don't get what cost me 350K. Unbelievable. Anyway, so what do you think overall? You think that they can get this back on board? How do they get this back on board?
It's a good question. Triple H taking the central role here to say that it was his decision and big business, all that stuff, I think is a massive mistake. But this guy's never going to walk it back. He's never going to apologize. It's not in his DNA. They even showed Vince in that final package. So that shows you the kind of fuck you attitude these guys have, which I think is dangerous. And I just looking up the numbers as of November 2025, viewership amongst the 18 to 49 range of all WWE programming is down 20%.
Wow.
That should tell you that the numbers are showing you that what you're doing is wrong. But I think the difference between Vince and Triple H is that both Vince and Triple H love the business. Vince loved the fans. Triple H hates the fans, and it's very clear.
I don't know if he hates the fans.
I know you don't. I'm telling you,
all right.
Hates the fans. Wow. Numerous comments where he ridicules the fans' responses, ridicules the fans' reactions. Him saying all this, I thought it'd be louder. He makes a point of being a dick because for right now he can still keep his position. But the second the board starts to look at things and numbers going down, they're not making as much money, which is why they made the Saudi deal, because they need more money being pumped into the WWE because they're losing money. It tells you right there. I think that's the moment he's going to, if WWE fans stopped buying merch, stopped going to these shows, all these kinds of things, that's how you force Triple H out. But unfortunately, there's not going to be enough people to do that. But him and Stephanie need to go as well. Stephanie can't host,
but she can't
host a dog show, let alone a WWE programming. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah,
we'll say that. I just don't.
Triple H doesn't have to do the voiceover for every package. Kristian, Vince McMahon stopped doing the voiceover packages in the 90s because he knew there were professional voiceover artists. Why do I have to hear Triple H's voice do the voiceover?
I think it's
for
because
all the promos.
I don't know. I know. I get you, but I think it's also because he's a legend of the.
He's an egotist, is what he is.
Also, very well might be true, but I also think that when it comes to, I think what he does wrong, and Vince did this in different ways, but I think that Triple H buries people with philosophies and doesn't think of good business sometimes too, right? And I use and not only because I've become friendly with him, but I think that the way they handled Karrion Kross was the stupidest thing you could have possibly have done. Clearly, the guy was over. You give him a shot.
Yeah.
He might not have carried it, but you give him a shot. But just to say that's not how we do it, you're hurting yourself.
I agree.
You're hurting is stupid. Like, well, that's not how you do it. To me, the way you always look, there were people in the Schmoedown sometimes that cut a promo. And I'm like, you weren't supposed to do that. And I was like, well, it'd be pretty stupid if I didn't capitalize on that.
Yeah.
And like Chandru is an example. Yeah. Chandru is an example. Like he gave this
Chandru. Yeah.
Chandru as a baby face cut a promo on Brandon Hanna in the back and like buried him. And I said to him, I can't keep you as a baby face now. I go, now I got to run you as a heel.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. And he crushed it.
Yeah, he did.
He crushed it. And so, like, you got to look at and say, all right, you did that. I didn't like that you did that, but if you did it, deliver. And if you deliver, it's better for me.
Exactly. If you step up to the plate, 100%. Yeah.
So anyway, what do you guys make of the Cena ending? Do you disagree? You think that it was good? Could you give two shits? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right. There are other stories that we could talk about, but I think we covered a bunch of good stuff today.
Okay.
We're going to get to some questions in just a moment. You ready at 33? Pretty damn good. Wow. Pretty damn good. Before we do that, I'm going to tell you about Prize Picks and MasterClass. Dude, I love that we got MasterClass on board. Everybody should be paying attention to MasterClass. You've done a few of them, right?
Love MasterClass.
No, they're so good. I'll tell you about MasterClass and Prize Picks. Check it out. I always wanted to try MasterClass, and I was so glad when they came on board as a sponsor on the show because, man, the hype is real. It's so incredible what they do, what they offer, the kind of people you can get. inspiration from, lessons from. It's incredible. I've told you about it. I've told you about the stuff that I've been listening to since I got MasterClass, and boy, has it helped me. Business, performance, all these different things. So I told you, one of the first ones I watched was the Bob Iger one, and listening to his business mind and those types of things and what's going on, it really is access that you wouldn't get anywhere else. And then I told you, I'm doing a pilot. I'm doing a performance, guys. And so who better? Listen, I was watching the Natalie Portman one and watching what she has gone through and what she's done and the insight that she has. It's incredible. So some of the things already that I learned from MasterClass, I've put into daily habits, and I'll watch things now instead of like just meaningless videos that are out on, scrolling through and doing absolutely nothing for me. I spend the time watching MasterClass. I'm telling you, the stuff from Natalie Portman really has opened my mind as far as what I'm going to have to bring to the table when we start shooting this pilot. I really like it. And everyone that I've told that MasterClass is part of the show, they're like, oh, it's amazing. I'm going to use your code. You should, because they've been wanting to do it for so long, and now they have the opportunity to do it. Challenge yourself. All the different things that you can do, whether it's CIA-tested tactics to everyday life with the art of intelligence. You can negotiate your next raise with lessons from Super Agent Rich Paul or FBI negotiator Chris Voss. Strengthen your personal and professional relationships with help from renowned psychotherapist Esther Perel. Look and feel better with courses on gut health, brain health, skin health, all of it. MasterClass, you can learn from the best to become your best. I got plans starting at $10 a month. You build annually. You get unlimited access to over 200 plus classes taught by the world's best business leaders, writers, chefs, and more. With MasterClass, you get thousands of bite-sized lessons across 13 categories that fit into even the busiest of schedules. 83% of surveyed members have applied something they've learned from MasterClass to their lives. See for yourself why this MasterClass member says this is by far the best money I've spent in a long while. MasterClass always has great offers during the holidays, sometimes up to as much as 50% off. Head on over to masterclass.com/Kristian for the current offer. That is 50% off. Masterclass.com/Kristian. Masterclass.com/Kristian. Here's why Prize Picks is fun to me. It gets people interested in sports that maybe they weren't beforehand. So I had somebody who didn't even really know anything about football. We started playing on Prize Picks, and now he's talking to me every Sunday about, hey, listen, what do you think about this for the lineup? What do you think about this? And I'm like, that's awesome. That's what got you into this. I love it. So here's what I like about Prize Picks. There's so many different sports that they offer. It's really cool. You can make your picks on fantasy score, free throws made, field goal attempts, turnovers. I know a couple of players who really stack up just their free throws. So favorite thing for me about Prize Picks is that you can pick multiple sports in the same lineup. That's really interesting. It could be basketball. You can put Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes in the same lineup, and you can root for both. That, to me, is one of the more intriguing things that Prize Picks does. And there's a new feature. Prize Picks has early payouts. So if your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. If your fantasy season is over, your team's out. Prize Picks, you don't have to wait until next year's draft. Prize Picks lets you play fantasy football every week. You pick your favorite players and win when they hit their projections every week, and there's no draft required. I like how straightforward it is. You don't have to spend a lot of time trying to calculate your payouts. It makes it easy with their payout multipliers. It doesn't matter if it's simple or a big payout. Prize Picks makes it easy to understand how much you can win. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use that code Kristian. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Kristian. Get $50 in lineup after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Thank you to Prize Picks. What the hell are you doing there? Thank you to Prize Picks. And thank you, of course, to MasterClass. Really excited to have both of them on board. Links are in the description, and I hope you capitalize on them. All right, where is he? There he is.
There I am.
There you go. Perfect. John, all right, we're going to get to the questions already at 36. Good start thus far. Kalinowski and Roxy last week at 176. Holy Jesus. What a battle they had. So we'll see if you can ward them off this week. But before we even do that, what's going on the channel?
Oh, yeah. We got so much going on here on the John Roca channel. As I said, we just had the live watch along of Cena's final event. That was the other night on Saturday night. And then in the afternoon, we had an emergency hot mic episode because Jeff revealed that Scarlett Johansson is rumored to be playing Gilded Dent there, and possibly the Long Halloween is going to be some elements of the Batman Part 2. That was so those are things you get heading on when you sign up there for or subscribe rather to my YouTube channel there, the John Roca channel. And we got Geek Buddy stuff coming up as well. We'll see if I can lock down these boys and talk about the Welcome to Derry finale. We'll have Spill the Tequila tomorrow night. A lot of NFL news over the weekend, a lot of injuries. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow night as well. And all the things going on. Of course, more episodes of The Truth coming up here as we move into 2026 as well. So come subscribe. Let's have some fun.
Please do. As you see, John's obviously not short on opinions. So make sure you go over there and go and follow.
Or shows.
What was the weather like this weekend for you?
It was a little cold and it was foggy as fuck. Why are you asking?
Because it was snowing 6 inches, like three to five. Yeah. So it was pretty great though, because like when we woke up and I was with the little one and we were watching we watched the old school Frosty the Snowman, and then we started watching the old Baskin Ross, the Santa Claus one,
right?
And we were watching a little Rudolph, and then we were looking at it, and it's just coming down. It was just coming down. So eventually, the wife woke up, and we went outside, and we started like doing snowman and shoveling out the snow. And she was running around outside playing with her friends, and I was like, okay, it was pretty magical. It was pretty great for. And then I remember towards the end of the night, I'm like, okay, I think I'm over it now, because I'm shoveling snow for 45 hours, but it was really nice. And then I got to tell you, I think that one of the things I might start doing, I don't know yet. I've told myself that I'm going to try it.
Okay.
I find myself to be someone who really enjoys food, right? And like restaurants and other things. And there's a lot of spots out in Long Island where I am that I think that I just want to kind of go in and maybe feature them on Instagram.
Yeah.
And so there was this place that I went to, this Italian place that, and we tried it. And it was we had a burrata pie. It was this burrata, but it was like Sicilian, but it was so good. Damn. It was so good. It had a little burrata, a little pepperoni on it. And I'm not really a pepperoni guy, but like it just was so solid. I was like, you know what? Maybe next time I'm gonna come in and just start to do a feature on my Instagram and start doing more of this, not just pizza, but like restaurants and things that I try out and other places that I go into, and Italian restaurants, other things. I might try to check it out. I don't know yet.
It's not a bad idea, because if there's one thing you need is more to do. I know this one thing.
It's the truth. And that's one of the reasons that I don't think that I will do it, because it's just a matter of, I just don't know. I wouldn't be able to edit it. I just wouldn't be able to edit it.
Yeah, you'd have to constantly be going to restaurants for content.
But I'm just saying
a lot of work, man.
I know they do, but I'm saying more so like the places that I go to around here. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to sit down and I'm going to have a burger at this place and I'll record it. Do it, and if it's good, people go check it out.
You got enough, big enough following that people would probably give you a free meal to try stuff out, and then you could just do a post.
I know,
and
then gain back all the weight that I lost. Perfect.
You have a fitness one and a restaurant.
I know, it's true. Michael, what's up, Michael? R.I.P. to Rob Reiner and his wife, and to those who died in the Bondi shootings. Yes, 100%. We didn't even talk about it. We did. We need something to distract us from these past 24 hours. I know. Here's the unfortunate part, Michael, about is what I was talking about with social media, right? We are going to be distracted. We're like cats with a string. Yeah. It's like, oh, you tragedy. Let's talk about the tragedy. And we'll feel bad about the tragedy. And but look at this thing.
Yeah.
This is what social media does. It really desensitizes us to all this stuff, because we're ready for the next tragedy. And we're ready. We're ready for happiness. Okay, we're happy now. We're happy. It's look at the tree and the lights, and then tragedy, tree and lights. It's just how we are. It's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah.
Nathan Drake, why don't you and John get in more heated arguments like him and Jeff on the hot mic? Love the variety top 10 discussion. It's just not our that's not our thing. It's just not our thing.
We've only ever had one really big fight
in Collider.
Yeah, Collider. That was the only time.
We got face to face, didn't we?
Yeah, we got face to face. Yeah, you came from the kitchen as I was sitting at my desk, and we went at it.
I was pissed.
He was. If Thad was, well, it was a long time.
We both were pissed. We both. No, and I'm not saying I was in the right. We both were pissed. We both were pissed.
Thad had to come in and separate us, which I thought was hilarious.
But it shows the friendship that we had, though, because I think it was over like 10 minutes later.
It's true. I don't seek to fight with Kristian, and to be fair, Kristian creates more space for opinions than Jeff does, which is why we don't battle quite as much. And Jeff goes to 11, so that's why we do those things. But
that's also the show, right? The
show
is
those are realistic things we're doing.
Yeah, is like because I feel like you guys juggle dynamite. I don't like to do that. I would much rather say, look, I'll tell you, and you'll tell me. I don't agree with that,
right?
But and I think that's kind of what I try to do on this particular show on Monday is say, let's prove that even though I don't necessarily agree with that point, how did you get to that point?
Right.
And maybe I can see it. And I think a lot of times, John and I have said, okay, I don't agree with that.
Right.
But I see where you're coming from. Okay, let's agree to disagree.
Right.
Yelling, and plus the fact I think we're too old to be screaming and yelling at each other.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
As much as I love doing it with Jeff, I've told the Lady Outlaw many times, when I'm done with a hot mic, I just need to lay on the couch for a couple hours because I'm exhausted.
He's exhausted. I can't do it. I would much rather I'm over that. I can't even remember the last time I've yelled at somebody on Twitter or I can't do it anymore. And I wish, and it's one of the things people, if you could tell your younger self, I would say, don't do that. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. All right. Facility guy. Doomsday trailer and Avatar locked on Wednesday. Yeah, on the internet. It'll be on the internet real soon.
Apparently it's up there now. Some people are saying in the comments that it's been up for a while on Twitter. I don't know. We'll see.
Pointless.
I haven't looked.
Pointless. 41 so far. Can we get John to 100?
Come on, guys.
I think we can.
Come on.
All right. Kiki and DeLuca. Cool name.
Hey.
Thanks for doing the Demon Slayer videos. Yeah, we're almost like so. I goofed today with poor Winston. Winston was up early, ready to shoot the finale, and I pushed this show earlier today because Sam's coming in at 1:00 my time today. We're shooting like 2 or 3 movies back. I think we're going to do 7, which he's never seen.
Oh,
yeah. And then I was thinking, either I don't know yet what to do. I was thinking maybe Man of Steel for her because she hasn't seen that either. So I don't know yet.
Right.
Wow. All right. 41 so far. And the Demon Slayer videos, Winston and I will tape the finale. I think we're going to do it later on today and we'll have it up. I don't think we're going to have on Saturday, though. I don't think Saturday and Sunday. I don't know if we're going to jump into season 3 or 4, whatever the hell season it is. I don't think we're going to get to that yet because, like, for example, Welcome to Derry already is at like 22,000. I'm scraping 5,000 views on those videos, and I was only doing it for the fans that were watching it.
Yeah.
Okay. Corn Emperor, Rob Reiner, his works and laugh will stay with me forever. He helped with parenting class videos for kindergarten parents. He was a true bridesmaid. Yeah, he really was. My wife, actually, we were talking about this. My wife's was a very established makeup artist in LA, and she used to work on his wife, and so like that. She was just like, we were both like, what the hell is going on? Because all the information wasn't there. Yeah. Boom or bust. Please rank the 3 Knives Out cast by performance. Okay, that was different. Star power and performance are different. I'll tell you performance. We're going performance. I'll tell you where I'm going to go. You might be shocked.
Okay.
Performance.
Okay.
Not star power.
Okay.
3.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah. I agree with Kristian. 3, 1, 2. 100.
2.
Yep.
The acting is the best that it's been in 3.
Yes. And no one was trying to nominate anybody out of 1 or 2.
No.
But 3. They're trying to nominate Glenn Close out of 3. And that should tell you.
Brolin could get it too. He won't.
Brolin
could.
Oh,
Brolin was phenomenal in 3. He's always phenomenal, but he was so good. Then the main kid.
O'Connor is going to be a force.
Do you know why that is so true? Because Sam and I were watching. I had seen it already, but then Sam watching it. You have the daunting task in the same way that like Anna de Armas did in the beginning, but it was she still was a little bit more established than he was, but maybe not. You've got to hold the audience's attention about 20 minutes before Benoit Blanc shows up.
Yeah.
Once he shows up, he gives you the assist and we're going, but you've got to make them care.
Yeah.
Until he shows up, and he does, and more. I almost forgot Benoit Blanc was coming in because I was so locked into his.
Yeah. I agree, because it's like 40 minutes before he shows up in the movie.
Easily. And I didn't care. I thought I think the 3rd might be my favorite. I might go 3, 1. I'm like I can interchange 3 and 1. 2 to me is I watched it again recently. It's so predictable.
It's the Ocean's 12 of that trilogy.
It is. It's so predictable. It's fun, but it's predictable. Go Pal just came in to leave an early comment before going upstairs for lunch, and you're already live. Support. Yeah, we went a little early today because, like I said, we're doing some extra shooting with Sam. Greeny from Max. Imagine waiting in line all those hours, buying all that Cena merch, and witnessing an absolute blunder of a finish. I think I might boycott Rumble and WrestleMania. But will you, though?
Do it.
But will you?
Yeah.
That is the question. Like, John's right. You've got to look. What did we just talk about with that kid who was jumping up on Ariana Grande?
Yeah.
Hit him in the wallet. Hit him where it hurts.
It's the only way you make people listen is to hit him in the wall.
Yeah, because it's like the AT&T customer that's pissed off and says, "Oh, you guys, you know what? You're going to lose me as a customer." The person in front goes, "All right, guess what? We just had 12 people sign up just now."
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care about you. Pretend that they do, but they don't. But until you start, then you start going, and they're not a sponsor. I'm just using them as an example. Mint Mobile. You sign them Mint Mobile, and then the next thing you know, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe we should, like, AEW should capitalize on this.
If they had better, God, if they had better writers, and if they walked away from their need to have blood in every one of their main events, I think they would absolutely capture some of the attention from fans from WWE. Because there's some good wrestlers there, man.
Yeah, I know there is. You know what I would do if I had the opportunity to run a wrestling organization for a year, like whether it was AEW or WWE. If they said, okay, put your money where your mouth is, what are you gonna do for a year?
Right.
First of all, I would have, for Saturday night's main event, I thought they were going to do this in the first one. I was like, this is so brilliant. And then they went away from it. I thought they were going to actually run Saturday night's main event the way that they used to run it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not just talking about like the look of it. I'm talking about the storylines. I'm talking about the interviews.
Yeah.
I'm talking about test the waters and see if Golden Era Wrestling can work in 2025.
Do those interviews on the platforms like they did back then.
Do them on the platforms, do them behind the scenes and the thing. But do it in a way that you're like, it's as if you're back in 1986.
Yeah.
Run it, see how it works. And bringing back that belt, I was like, okay, let's go. And they went away with it and they got scared. I'm like, no, try that. I would try for 1 year, not just Saturday main event. Explore and see if Golden Era Wrestling can work in 2025.
Yeah.
And see if, treat the championships like the champion. The problem is that kayfabe was alive and well back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so blurred now that it was always a television show.
Right.
It was always a television show, but they didn't treat it like one back then. They treated it as if everything was real.
Yeah.
Now, the magic sauce, you let everybody knows how you do the magic tricks now.
Yeah.
And you can't go back to that. You just can't. And I don't know if you can come away from that, but I would like to see them run Golden Era Wrestling for a year and see if it can work.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Love that idea.
Go, pal. Like a lot of people, I just watched Spinal Tap 2 on Max this weekend, was blindsided to hear about Reiner's passing, one of the greatest, easily one of the greatest. I've never seen Spinal Tap 1.
What?
I know.
That you should totally do a reaction to that,
I know,
especially now.
I know.
Oh
I know.
I would rush that out if I were you.
I know. I also don't want to capitalize. I also don't want to capitalize on that.
Well, people love that movie. You're not capitalizing in a way of like,
I know. I just feel, you know what I'm saying? I would feel weird. Gen X kid, horrible weekend. I'm holding Rob Reiner's family and all those grieving losses in New York and Australia. My thoughts, safety, and peace to all. Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. Thank you so much.
God,
It's what a shit weekend
I know, dude.
Yeah. Hank Pym, why are people mad? Gunther winning does tons for his career. That's not what we're saying.
Not at all.
Cena winning is a great moment, does nothing for him. Okay, but Hank, but Hank might have commented on that before we spoke about it.
Okay,
because no one is mad. I shouldn't say no one, but 99% of the people complaining are not mad that Gunther won.
Right? No
one is. It's in. This was a person that they said never give up, no matter what. Never give up. His last moment in the WWE should not have been him giving up. It should have been him passing out.
Right.
Fighting through it. He couldn't do it. He couldn't beat the Young Buck, but man, he tried.
Yeah.
Stayed there to his last breath. Passed out in the ring. They waited for him to wake up.
Right.
That's why people are upset, Hank.
Or a bunch of brutal Gunther moves that he keeps kicking out of until finally one last one where the audience themselves are like, just take the pin.
Right.
That would have been amazing. I saw a woman post a picture of herself from a hospital bed and said, "Thanks for teaching me to give up, John Cena." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's not what
you sent that." Yeah. Yes, boy. Harloff, Roger, gentlemen, just remember, the most important thing that professional wrestling has taught us is just give up. I know. It made no sense. Go, pal. If the punishment is a fine, it's only a crime for the poor.
the punishment is a fine. It's
Oh, well, no, but it depends on what the fine is, though.
Yeah.
That's not true always.
I'm not saying fine. I'm saying in this case. We're saying in this case.
But that's also not true. Rich people like money. They like having their money, and depending on what why do you think they keep trying to get away from taxes? Because they don't want their money to be taken away. So if a punishment, I can rewrite that for you, my good friend. If the punishment is a small fine, it's only a crime for the poor.
Yeah,
fines are fines, and people do not like to be fined. Greeny from Oz. I'm probably biased, but I was really hoping for the 5 moves of doom as the finish. That's what I grew up on. It would have been a full-blown nostalgia. Which one was that, John?
The 5 moves of doom.
Yeah.
I mean, he did one of them off the top rope with that leg drop.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
Dusty W, Kristian, did you see the new Star Wars trailers for the new games of the Game Awards, Fate of the Old Republic and Galactic Racer? I didn't see Racer. You know, Luke sent me the Old Republic one. You know, interested?
Yeah.
Let's see. You know, it's the same thing. It's with Lucasfilm, it's the same thing as WWE. Let's see how they deliver. I mean, I find no difference in Triple H and Dave Filoni.
Hey, that's a fair point.
I actually think Triple H is way better because he's been, you know, he at least has been doing it for a while.
Right.
Corn Emperor, give us a heads up at the top 25 with Merle. I'm so glad you brought that up. I need to reach out to Dan. We've been doing it now for but this will be our 4th year, I think, doing it.
Yeah.
So I just got to reach out to Dan when he's able to do it, and same with John, obviously, and see when it'll most likely be a pre-tape though, because I like to edit those things. I would assume so. Did we do it live last year?
We did live a couple of times.
Did we?
4 years. Last year was live. Yeah.
Well, last year would have been the only year that was live. Because
I guess we didn't do it in the studio live. I guess you're right. Yeah.
Right. Well, because we pre-taped. I wasn't doing lives until I moved here. So you and I started doing lives together.
Yes.
Before I was taking the show live. All right.
Maybe we should do it. I mean, we could do it. You're going to be in LA, right? Dan might be in LA for Critics Choice.
I just don't know. I just don't know as far as
get a studio.
You have a studio, as you said?
I said we got to get it. We'd get it.
Studio. We got to find one. Yeah. Gen X Kid, Rob Reiner's films were a huge part of my childhood. Someone who loves movies. I'm thankful I can revisit his work in Remembrance and Beyond. That's a very good point. Yeah, I mean, look, I mentioned some of those inside of that article, right? It's like just the best. Yeah. The best. 100%. Hank Pym, most underrated HBO show. I say Oz, great show. It's a great one, but I'm actually going to go with the recent one. I think Task is criminally underrated. Every single person I bring Task up to, like, what's that?
Yeah.
Nobody knows what it is until they see it, and then they all love it.
I would say John from Cincinnati. Nobody liked that show, but I thought it was jazz.
I liked it for a while.
That show was fucking jazz, man.
Yeah, you like that whole thing? You like the whole show?
The elevating of his feet, like all that stuff. I just appreciated the ballsiness of that show. So
I remember being into it and then them dropping the ball, but I haven't seen it since it was on the air. Tim Sim, I don't know if you talked about Cena's last match already or not, but here's my take. Better match than I expected, giving WWE's terrible year. And it was the right move for Cena to put over Gunther instead of burying him. I think we agree on that too. We'll continue Tim's in a second. Carlton Rudder, London Calling, what's up? Saw Knives Out 3, enjoyed it. Finished down Cemetery Road, okay, but not a patch on Slow Horses. Love part 1 of Annie Hall and Cine Files. There you go.
Oh, thanks, bud. And yeah, Cemetery Road. If you guys aren't watching on Apple TV, great series. Emma Thompson, Ruth Wilson, really good, like a detective revenge story. Highly recommend.
Hank Pym showing back up. How do 900-pound, 8-foot-tall, super slow animatronics sneak up on people in 5 nights? Can they teleport? How do they get around so fast? Horrendous movie. It wasn't a good movie. It really wasn't. The second one was pretty bad. It's too bad.
Yeah,
I was rooting for my daughter. I was hoping it was going to be good. It was bad. Tim Sim, continuing. I thought the way that Cena executed the tap out by light flashing in front of his eyes and looking content as he taps didn't sit well with me. Agreed.
Where do you get that, Tim? That's all in your head.
No,
all in your head.
I don't know about the light flashing in front of his eyes.
That's what I'm saying. The light flashing.
But the looking content, he looked content as he taps, didn't sit well with me. We're both in agreement with that.
Yeah.
Thought it was a flawed ending instead of passing out with the 3 arm drops. Yeah, that's what we said. Yeah, 100%. You should have definitely passed it. It was right there. It was right there for you. It was right there for you. Yep. He'll come back in a second. Gen X, 4 ominous trailers, 0 impact. They could have previewed the end of the world 4 times. I still would have been seated. Avatar had my money regardless. If I like Avatar, I'm seeing Avatar, period. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't think these Marvel trailers are meant to get people in the theater for Avatar. I think Avatar is meant to get people excited for Marvel. It's the other way around.
Maybe so. Maybe so, but like, right, it's just like,
Avatar doesn't need Marvel to get people in theaters. That shit's gonna make billions.
I know. Ibsy 1989. I don't get how people can say Doomsday won't make $1 billion or more. I'm buying 4 Avatar tickets just to watch the Doomsday trailer. Okay, here's somebody who's doing that, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Doomsday will make insane money. Insane money. Like at least, look, it's going to make at least $1 billion. I think it'll definitely make $1 billion. I think it'll definitely make $1 billion.
It'll make $1 billion.
I think it needs to make at least 1.5 to make a statement.
But if the budget is $500 million for all of those actors and the special effects and the sets and they only make $1 billion, that's a flop. That's a flop.
Because how much does movie cost?
So I'm saying if it costs $500 million to make the movie and throw in marketing and it only makes $1 billion or $1.1 billion,
it'll be a disappointment.
That's a flop.
Tim Sim says my match rating for that one is 3.1. First of all, Tim, thank you for the very, very generous 3 donations. There, it was very kind of you. And the audience booing that decision and Triple H for that when he appeared in ring. Of course, he's still to blame for the year. In wrestling terms, that's the markiest audience reaction I've ever seen. I don't know, though, Tim. Think about it this way here. But before you say that, you're asking people because, first of all, tickets in general ain't cheap for WWE anymore.
Nope.
Like, at all. And I can only imagine how much they cost for that event.
Yep.
So if you went there, and as John said, they asked you to buy all the merch, do everything too, and then you saw that, you want to boo somebody, and then the boss comes out, you boo the boss. I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. I think it was an okay. I don't know how marky it was. I think it was the audience saying, no, that's not what we wanted to. That's not what we paid for.
There's a difference between Vince doing what he did as the head of the corporation in the WWE when he would like screw over champions and the audience reacted and all of that. There's a difference with that to what Triple H did the other night, because that broke storyline wise everything, and it was more a disappointment for the fans. He took the fans for a ride in a negative way, and I think that's why like people are saying, oh, look at they cheered for Cena afterwards. Not afterwards. It was dead silent afterwards out of anger and frustration. And you saw that not because, oh, he screwed us, Triple H screwed us. It was because the overall effect of it was so disappointing that people were upset, and not because Cena lost, is the way he lost.
Right. Yeah. That's it. I saw a couple of people. I'm okay with Cena losing. Everybody was.
Yeah.
Nobody cared about that. It's in the matter of how it happened. Gen X Odyssey stuff. Anything Nolan drops, I'm there. Same. Yeah. Same. He's a superstar right now. This is actually Nathan Drake says, does Tarantino like Ulrich more than Lillard? You got to ask him. But here's a question for you.
Okay.
With the way that Tarantino's been carrying himself lately, right?
Yeah.
Is this going to hurt any of his movies going forward, or no?
I don't think so.
I feel like it won't.
Because the people who like Tarantino aren't really people who are like the really hardcore Tarantino fans. They're not really people who care that he's an uncomfortable guy, because he's always been an uncomfortable guy, right? Using the N-word liberally in his movies,
right?
Showing the seedier underbelly of people in society, the grindhouse stuff. So they know that that's an element of his personality. So no, I don't think it'll affect that thing in the end. And we've had many troubling directors who have made great films. Kubrick is troubling. Charlie Chaplin is troubling. Like Hitchcock is troubling. So, it's not a surprise to see that from him. So, but it's a shame.
Yeah. I wonder, like, and when did Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair, that it come out already?
Yeah. It's been out for about a week.
How did it do?
It did well the first weekend, and then not so well after that.
Right. I wonder if that had anything to do with it. Peter Klund, 2986. So are they showing the 4 trailers back to back to back to back? No, it's separate screenings. Or is it random which one we get when we show up? I think that it's more random. From the way, not random as far as the theaters know. The theaters know which one they're showing, but as far as
going to show one a week.
As far as viewer goes, you'll get random ones. You're not getting like the Avengers, and then you sit back and you wait for the next one. You got to pay for 4 different ones. That's the BS. Yeah. Greeny from us. I love the prologue trailer idea. If executed well, we'll say, look, maybe we come back here next Monday and go, look, we were wrong. This is a really smart move of what they did here. Similar to like the chairs. I thought the chairs was a really dumb idea, but it was like, I'm waiting for the next chair video.
Yeah.
Edit the movies. Happy Monday, guys. Hug your loved ones all for sure. 100%. Tim Sim. Also, now that's the last major WWE event of the year. To say that 2025 paled in comparison to the unicorn year of 2024 is an understatement. They went full corporate. Final thoughts on WWE's 2025. Well, I think, here's where I'll say you want a proof that I agree with what you're saying here, Tim. I'm for the last, I'd say like 8 years have been a very casual WWE fan. And maybe during 2024, I was tuning in quite often. John Roca has always been a week in, week out fan. I was pretty shocked when I talked to him about 2-3 months ago. And he's like, I don't really watch too much anymore, man. For as long as I've known him, I've never heard him say that.
Yeah.
So is that accurate, John?
Yeah, I think that's the statement. The fact that I don't watch it with near the religious fervor that I've watched years past should tell you, where it's at in terms of quality and keeping my attention. And Kristian's right. Like Kristian was always great at like keeping abreast of it, but not necessarily watching all of it. The fact that I'm now in Kristian's camp and probably even more so, like I only watch the premium live events now. That's sad because I used to love watching Raw and SmackDown and NXT occasionally as well.
There's no investment.
Yeah, no. I couldn't do a show like I did for 3 years on my channel.
You did. Yeah, true. Darren Lee, right? You think it's bad now? 2.0 Joe Hendry is in WWE. I'm not a Joe Hendry guy.
I know you're not.
I'm just not like that. It's like I feel like his shtick is like what Makuga would have done in the first like month, and then be like, all right, even he would be like, I'm done with it. It's like he just does a silly smile. He's a good wrestler, but it's how long before that gets old? I see it on social media. I'm over it. It's like say his name and he pops out of a refrigerator. I get it. It's a shtick. It's like how that to me is like the old school kind of like that should have been happening if you're going to do the golden era wrestling.
To me, it's like Zack Ryder. It's like the gimmick eventually, if it doesn't lead to great matches, the gimmick gets old. And Zack Ryder's gimmick got old. The woo woo woo, that shit got old because the matches weren't that great. And Hendry's
like shush.
Yeah, shush. Yeah, exactly.
Hank Pym, Brighter Future, Roxy Perez, Sol Ruka, or Julia. I'll let you answer that.
Sol Ruka, man. Absolutely.
Is that the dude that came in against Cody Rhodes?
No, that was a female. She fought Bailey. She's the one that fought Bailey. So
I didn't watch that match.
Yeah. She's the next Charlotte Flair. I'll tell you that right now.
I like that kid that
Obafemi, the guy who fought Cody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I saw somebody posting something that said push this guy to the moon. I agree.
Yeah. If the WWE doesn't fuck up yet another black wrestler coming up from NXT, I hope they don't do that because this guy is a fucking star.
It seemed like it.
Yeah.
So Luke said there's details on Stranger Things. I'm pissed at Stranger Things right now. Pissed.
Okay.
My reactions I'm the only reactor they went after Netflix and took my all four of my reactions have been blocked.
You're not. Late to the Party had theirs taken down as well.
Did they?
Yes, they did a whole post about it. Yeah, they were mad.
So I got mine taken down too. Yeah. All four of them.
Yeah.
And there are other if it was across the board,
right?
I use the same editors as other people that have their reactions still up, and it's the same stuff. I follow all the same rules, so I don't get it. But as far as like the details and it has nothing to do with Stranger Things, I'm very excited about the rest of it. But I don't want to watch any trailers or anything too. I want to just go into it. So I'm not going to really cover it, Luke. Greenie from Oz. Watched a replay of Roka's watch long 20 minutes after. Great content. We all know kayfabe is dead, but that smile when he tapped it ruined it for me.
Thank you, Greenie. Yes.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done it inside the match. I kind of agree with you. Yeah. Hank Pym, numbers down makes sense. I haven't watched SmackDown since Trash Jade took the title off of Tiffany. Worst woman wrestler to ever have that main belt. Does she still have the championship?
She still has the championship, yeah. And she's still not better.
No. Yeah, no. Jimmy B93. After Welcome to Derry being such a hit with a great ending, I'm excited to see what Andy Muschietti will do with Batman. Thoughts? Well, I mean, look, do you think though, John, I know that we've both been pretty adamant that we don't think he's going to do it. But with the success of this show, is there any world where it might actually happen?
Well, I'm sources tell me that he's not. Have been telling me for over a year that he's not on it from people close to DC. So, but no, I don't think so because he already came out and said, I think this morning in interviews that came out that he is going to be working on this. He wants 3 seasons of this. And the last thing you want is a guy being distracted by 2 projects at the same time that require an insane amount of time. So I don't think he would be planning 3 seasons of Welcome to Derry if he was still going to be on Batman. So, and from what they reported, what Jeff reported over the weekend, if they open the door to Long Halloween, that is a long-term commitment to Matt Reeves as Batman. If that's what they do. And to me, that starts to move into DCU, James Gunn DCU territory.
I will tell you what.
Yeah.
I think that Muschietti is better off doing Derry than he is.
I think you're right.
Derry is the best thing that he's done. He directed like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic show.
Yes.
It's fantastic. And in the last 2 episodes, which he directed, he stayed away from the sloppy CGI.
Yeah. Yeah.
He went and he focused in on the heart.
Right.
And he nailed it. Dude, I can't even tell you the last thing I've cried in this finale. I teared up twice. And he does a great job. He does a great job. I think he should live in this world.
Yeah.
I really do. I think
he is the James Gunn of this world. He has the chance to be the James Gunn of this world.
I think so. And you've got a couple of seasons where you can really play with this stuff.
Yeah.
Overall. And if it is true, and again, without spoiling, that it's more of a sequel than it is a prequel, with, again, if you've seen the show, you understand what I'm talking about. Well, then you can do more things. I would actually love, not that I wouldn't have liked to interview him in the past, but I would really like to interview him now to talk about this show. Like, I wouldn't really care about him doing the Batman show. I almost do feel like I would try to sway him out of doing it as an interview. Like, don't do it. I want to see you do more of this Derry stuff. Stay away from the superhero stuff. Why do you need it? You get more of the praise and the love every time you approach Pennywise. You seem to work really well with Skarsgård. Stay there.
And the numbers are increasing every week.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. It's awesome. Eclipse. Where was Randy Orton and why wasn't he at Cena's retirement? WWE didn't even include him in the farewell video. They're trying to bury a legend. Why wasn't he there?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Because I said about The Rock. I was like, where's The Rock? But The Rock tweeted something out.
Yeah, 3-minute video.
Yeah. Because I guess he's working or whatever he's doing. So I was like, okay, that's fair. He's given him some love beforehand. But yeah, where's Randy Orton?
Yeah, where was Randy Orton? Maybe this is the whole setup for Randy. Maybe.
Greenie from Oz. Unreal Series was the beginning of the end. It's the first time WWE's brand itself is openly breaking kayfabe to create new content because everything else is stale.
Yeah, but I also thought people felt that was a staged show as well. So maybe that was even more of an FU to the fans. Like, you think you're telling us what really goes on behind the scenes, but you're actually staging some of this stuff. So it's not as authentic as you claim you're being, so.
Well, the only thing that I'm glad is that it exposed Bruce Pritchard.
Oh God. Yeah.
He's the worst. He's and I'll say it too. When I was there, he's a bully. Yeah. He was a bully to me when I was there. He's a bully.
Yeah.
I don't like him. Never liked him. Didn't like the way that he was to me when I was a 24-year-old kid coming in. He was a real jerk off to me. And he was a jerk off to other people when I was there too. And he was a jerk off in that series too, to that poor guy. That's what you saw in that clip brought back so many. That's how he was to me every day.
Yeah.
And I was only there for like a month, or a month and a half. He was a dick. He's, from what I heard, he's always been a dick, and I'm glad that they exposed him for it. Darren Lee Wright, thank you, Darren. Darren became a member. Perfect, love that. Let's see, next one after that. Again, 57 so far, pretty damn good. 57.
Come on, y'all.
Can we get to 100? I don't know.
So close to 100. Come on.
We'll see. Johnny Patrizia, NXT under Triple H, and now NXT has been amazing. But I thought that Shawn Michaels is kind of running that now. No,
he is.
I feel like Triple H may simply have too much on his plate. Maybe SmackDown needs some booker, which is also a fair point. It's like one of those things where, like, maybe don't feel like you can't, like, you're kind of trying to do what Vince did, right? Like, trust in some other people in this way, like what Kathleen Kennedy does wrong. Like, actually trust in other people and let them run the show. You'll get the credit for it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You delegate correctly. Yeah.
Peter Clun, 2086. You follow food bloggers in NYC. Devour Power is, I gotta screenshot. I follow a lot of Long Island ones, but I'll look. Okay, let's see.
Long Island.
Yeah, there's some good spots. There's some good spots. No shortage of Italian places out here, I'll tell you that. And some really good spots. All right, Shut Up, Ralph. Shutter Island. Show Sam Shutter Island after 7. I can't do back-to-back 7 in Shutter Island. She's going to wind up here depressed. 2 plot twist movies back to back, her mind will be blown. I can't do 2 in a row. I can't do. Plus, they're too long.
Shudder is divisive. Some people hate that movie, like me, and some people love that movie. So
I like it. I like it.
7. Divisive 7.
I can't do that back to back. I got to give her something a little bit more pleasant on the second movie. Greenie from Oz. Just want to say thanks, fella. Great content like this. A bloody good escape from the chaos happening in the world of ours these days. Very kind of you, Greenie.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. I'm glad that we can provide that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. 57. Come on, guys. We'll stay on if you want to. If not, it is what it is. Corn Emperor. WDM reminds me of death and wait, what is that? What WDM reminds me of death and other details for me. What's Whatum? What is that?
What you did? No,
I don't know what that is.
What
I don't have enough. I don't have enough detail in death and other details. I don't know what that is. So it's not Welcome to Derry.
No.
WUDM. Wake Up Dead Man.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I really liked it a lot. Ralph, Leo gave the best dealing with customer service on a phone in one battle, and for a fact Leo never dealt with customer service. Main reaction. So yes, glad that you brought that up. It's the video that was supposed to come out today, but there was a mishap with the editors on the Dropbox. So I'm like, hey, where's the file? They're like, we had to screw up. We'll get it to you tomorrow. So one battle after another is tomorrow. Wednesday is Frankenstein.
Oh, nice.
Thursday is going to be Steph has never seen Scrooged.
Oh, nice.
We're doing Scrooge, and then Friday will probably be 7. So getting to that one battle after another. I just rewatched it with Ming. Ming watched the first time. I will now say this is the second time I've seen the movie. I will now say that I absolutely love the movie.
Yeah,
I really liked it a lot when I saw it in the theater.
Yep.
I love the movie. It catapulted into after the second time. It catapulted into where it's going to land. I don't know. In my top 10, but it certainly will be hovering maybe in the 3. I don't know, but it's that damn good. And Leo is so good in that movie.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, Leo and Timothy Chalamet right now, for me, when I'm voting, I don't know who I'm voting for right now. Today. I don't know. I feel like you're going to vote for Timmy.
I already did. Yeah.
You voted? You can't vote yet, can you?
Critics' Choice already voted. Yeah.
Voted or nominated?
Vote. Well, the nominations, yes.
Nominations. No, but right. The nominations are out, but you can't vote yet.
Yeah. I voted in the HGA already for that.
Okay.
So, but the Critics' Choice nominations for sure. And I think Wagner Moura. People are sleeping on Wagner Moura. But critics are watching Secret Agent, and he's amazing in that. So I think those are the 3 who are in contention.
That's my next one. That's the next one that I got to catch up on. But I did watch. So one battle after another, I watched. If I had legs, I would kick you.
Oof! How was that? That was a chore.
It is, but it was more for her.
Yeah, she's great.
She's fine. She's great. And Conan was
right.
Yeah. Really I'm trying to think what else did I see. Sentimental Value. What?
Have you seen the stand-up film with Will Arnett yet?
Oh, I saw that a while ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I liked it. We talked about it. We talked about him.
Okay,
you and I talked about it. We talked about how we both were like, is he got to be the lead of this? And he 100% was. Right. He was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Leo on that phone call though in one battle is just
my God,
next level.
It's great comedy, man.
It's really how long they go on for that but not long. We're like, okay, wrap it up. It's like I could have watched it for another 15 minutes.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Nathan Drake.
Escalating frustration was amazing.
What does Mans think about taking on Roku again?
I'll do it. I'll do it. If he says one more thing about John Cena is great. He tapped out. It worked. It made it. Yes. I looked and I said, okay, Gunther. Yes.
September 2nd, 2002, me and Tony Ravioli were in the auditorium, Cena versus Angle. He's been a star ever since.
That's it. Ruthless aggression. I knew it. Yes.
Economics. Thugonomics. One word.
One word. Cronin, Sting retirement over Cena retirement.
Oh, 1,000. But Sting's still going. Grandpa Sting is showing
Is
up
he
in
still
AEW.
fighting?
Yes.
Wow.
He's got a
Ralph,
white beard now.
you know, you can ball my wife if she lets you. You can sit around here in her ex-husband's post-modernistic bullshit house, but you do not watch my TV set. Ralph, sit down. Greenie from Oz. You get the reaction videos. Godfather, Citizen Kane, Bridge on River Kwai, and Lawrence of Arabia. Epic. Kristian, Arnie ones lately have been great. Thank you. Yeah, we had to. So I've seen Godfather. So Citizen Kane, I could watch and be like watching it for the first time, to be honest with you. Bridge on River Kwai I've seen. Lawrence of Arabia I've never seen. I know.
That's a 3-hour, 45 minutes.
I know, a long time. But the Arnie ones have been a lot of fun. But we're taking a little bit of a break from the Arnie ones because we're going to Christmas movies and some other stuff.
Are you watching them with people who've never seen them, or are you watching
Steph?
them?
Steph's never seen them before.
Oh,
Steph had never seen. We did all the Arnie ones that she had never seen before. Yes. So DJ Rock ZNY time. I wish John watches Dhurandhar movies in theaters. It's a new Indian spice action underworld political thriller. Want to know his thoughts as he has no direct connections to India and Pakistan. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we should check that out.
In danger though. I don't know.
Paul Hitchcock. I went to the pool today, jealous, and ended up peeing in the deep end. The lifeguard saw me and he blew his whistle so loud I almost fell in. Is that true? That would be so amazing. Because I always do people get caught pissing in the pool?
No, do you know what he means? He's saying outside of the pool, he was peeing into the deep end, and the lifeguard made him fall into
I see
the
it.
water.
All right, now I see it. Okay, I get it. I misread it. Perfect. All right, let's see. So now, again, 64. Pretty damn good.
Come on, 30 more people, 36 more. Get me to 100. Let's go.
You do it. All right. David Jordea. What's up, David? What are your thoughts on the Never-Ending Story? I was rewatching all three of them this weekend. Didn't even know there were three.
Yes.
First was great. That's all I needed. Second was a step down. I guess, I remember them doing a second one. I didn't know there was a third. Got memory loss from the third, other than Jack Black being in it. Had no clue until you said that. First one I love. I actually think that, the first one I think is an hour and 25 minutes. They should remake that movie. They really should remake that movie, make it a 2-hour kind of epic fantasy movie, but don't change it too much from what the core is. Like that's a movie that you could absolutely remake. I love the Never-Ending Story. Loved it. It was a childhood movie for sure. I never need to see 2 and 3. They're pretty much like the kind of Michael Eisner. I know it's not Michael Eisner. We're just using as an example. Michael Eisner kind of direct to DVD movies that they used to make.
Yeah. From that time. Yeah.
Did you like Never-Ending Story?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen the first one?
Yeah, I've never seen the first one.
Wow.
Never seen Labyrinth. There are just certain ones that have eluded me for timing wise growing up. Yeah.
Wow. Steph has never seen Labyrinth. That was one that we're going to do. I want to see if she's never seen Never-Ending Story. She's missed so many 80s movies that I'm sure that she's missed it.
Yeah.
Greenie from Oz, Cena losing is like Frodo not destroying the ring. But him losing in the manner that he did.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think.
People are trying to gaslight people who have an issue saying like, "Oh, you're just mad Cena lost." No one's saying that. But we're not saying that. We're not saying that.
No, I think he should have lost.
Yeah.
I would have been more upset if he won.
Yeah.
But losing like that. Tyler Pfeiffer, any realistic chances that Skarsgård gets nominated for Derry? Even his scenes as Bob Gray were incredible. Should he be nominated? Yes.
Yeah.
Will he? I don't know. I don't want to say no because I didn't think Sinners had a shot, and now everybody's raving about Sinners. I thought because genre stuff, maybe no, but he's so good. He's better in this than he is in the movies, and he's great in the movies.
I agree.
Yeah.
Push my little periwinkle.
Oh, poor little Pennywise. It's so good. He's so good. CC Black. Cap was selfish coming back with Peggy. Team Doom.
Here we go.
Maybe.
Here we go.
Maybe.
Doom was right. Hashtag Doom was right.
You're probably going to get those.
Oh, yeah.
You're probably definitely going to get those. Okay, apparently a lot of channels got hit by Netflix.
Yeah.
No, I wonder why they did that. Why? But here's the thing, though. This is what's on. If they do it to everybody, okay.
It's
but if some people are still allowed to keep their reactions up, that's not fair.
Yeah.
That's not fair. Yeah. You gotta do it to everybody. All right, Johnny Patrizia. Obafemi will main event WrestleMania. He has it. He does have it.
Dude, him versus Braun Breaker is a WrestleMania main event. For
those
throw in the rabbit. Throw in what's his face from the new Bloodline 2.0, the Wolverine, I guess. All three of those guys, man. Oh my God, what a triple threat!
Do you know who I want to see have a 2-year title run?
Go ahead.
Dominic?
Yeah.
I want to see him have a 2-year title run, like a long title run. And he could be a mainstream guy.
He's crossing over.
He could be in
commercials now
because he's got that thing where he carries over. He doesn't look like as intimidating as a wrestling presence, but he's very good on the microphone. He's good in interviews. He speaks to the generation in general. Yes. He gets it. Yeah. He's the guy. I think he's the guy.
Ray will always be beloved, but there's a possibility that Dom is more successful than Ray.
Yes, he's got more. He's got a little bit more in the toolbox. I think he's the guy. I really do. I think Dominic Mysterio is incredible. He's one of my favorites.
When Logan asked him, "What is your relationship with your dad?" and he said, "Which one?" I fucking fell off the floor.
He's so good.
It's amazing. Yeah.
CC Black. Tony Stark sacrificed his family for everyone. He told Cap, if you mess with time, it tends to mess back. Cap knew the consequences would happen. # Team Doom. Yeah, I mean, but the flip side to that is that he said, well, I'm not messing up the other timeline. I'm just playing with a new timeline.
Right.
It doesn't mean that it doesn't have consequences.
It's Cap going back and resetting the stones and getting his happy ending. That's the thing that's going to be the spark for everything.
Gen X Kid, I keep hearing how Welcome to Derry is really good. I started episode 1, then Stranger Things stole my attention. I'll circle back. Yeah, especially episode 1, and Roxy and I talk about this all the time. At the end of episode 1, I'm like, what are they doing with this show? I'm like, so locked in. I'm like, what are they doing? And then by episode 2, you go, oh, that's what they're doing. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Ralph says, hey, Rucker, why do you hate Shutter Island?
I just saw this. I saw the twist coming a mile away, and I just think some of those scenes are a little overacted in certain moments. Okay. And I don't think DiCaprio was the right choice for that to lead the film. I really don't. I think he's a great actor, but there are certain roles he's taken 2 to 3 where I just don't buy him in those roles. I didn't buy him in Shutter Island.
Fair enough. Brian O'Neill, what do you think Netflix will try to acquire next? I know Jeff said AMC, but with anime accounting for 50% of their views, my money is on Crunchyroll.
Maybe. Well, Jeff was just speculating. He didn't say it would be AMC. He was just speculating that could be.
Brian's speculating about Crunchyroll. Yeah. So that's a good one, though. What they're gonna, I would love for them to get Disney and it's just one place as everything. That'd be amazing. It's like just to piss everybody else off.
They'd be spider monkeys in a zoo throwing shit at the wall.
It would just be one place to get everything, though. At least, yeah. Paramount be like, what do we do now? Just bend over.
Just take it.
Just bend over.
Just settle.
Yeah, it would never happen. But, Fiona George 95. Just curious, what are your guys' anticipation for the Avengers films now? I'm really excited for them, very much so. You're not?
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah,
because everything is being done in fan service points of view, fan service mentality, and they have done almost nothing to build up Doomsday. And
that's true.
Secret Wars, the way they built up Endgame and Infinity War, that was amazing. There's been nothing to build this to this.
No, but I don't disagree with you, but the only thing that I can say with that is, think about movies before Marvel, movies that come out that are essentially like a trilogy, right? I know there's 2, but hear me out for a second.
Yeah,
they didn't have movies to set them up to get to you. They had to do it in movie 1, right? They had to get you interested in movie 1. So that's really, this one has a couple of, it's got the setup for Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts, but like you said, nothing that's really you just know that they're there.
Right.
But if you do it right in the first one, that by the time you get to Spider-Man, you go, ooh, anything new that I can see from Spider-Man that leads me into this? And then when you finally get to Secret Wars, they have an opportunity to go boom, 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 if they can hit that. But because they don't have that buildup. They just don't have that. The problem
is they have to use a lot of characters that people were disappointed in or didn't like or didn't take to. So it's a hell of a mountain they're climbing with it.
True.
We'll see if it works.
We'll see. 69, dude.
Hey,
Gen X support. Always got my buddies. Love y'all. Thank you. You do. You are always here and you always help out. And I cannot thank you enough. You're one of the best.
Yeah.
Johnny Patriza's thoughts on the Street Fighter trailer. Looks fun. I didn't know it was a trailer. I saw pictures. The pictures look ridiculous. but I don't know the tone of the movie, so I can't. The picture, I mean,
Tone is
Cody
super
Rhodes.
small.
Cody Rhodes looks insane. Like, who said? I was Campy said, and I agree with him. It looks like a Saturday Night Live picture.
It does.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's super cheeseball. People liked it more than the Supergirl trailer, which makes no sense to me. But I think they knew, listen, we're casting a bunch of non-actors. We need to hide how terrible they are. So we'll make the movie cheesy so that when they say certain lines, they're supposedly in on the cheesiness as opposed to actually trying to show that they're really acting. So I think they're just hiding the actors with this approach.
Johnny Patricio, Kristian, how's your Dusty impression? I do not have a Dusty impression.
Dusty.
Son of a plumber. That's
Hot
my best.
times. They want hot times
Yeah.
on Dusty Rhodes.
You got a better one than I do. I don't
I
know.
know.
I've never tried it. Never tried it.
He's my number one.
Fiona George, 95. What I mean is, what's your excitement level for the Avengers films out? Yeah, we got it.
OJ, cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, same. I'm pumped for it. I'm pumped for it.
Yeah, I'm at a 7.
Eclipse. I heard in a TikTok video that Marvel could be hanging up the Young Avengers since they're approaching 30 now, and Steinfeld is expecting. Thoughts? I said this already. Yeah. If you're gonna do a TV movie like they were going to, great. You don't need this movie right now. You just don't need it. You don't need the shit that's going to come from, the fan base, or like, focus in on getting these Avengers movies out and just focus on the X-Men. That's it. Don't do this other side shit. It's not working. And yes, and Steinfeld is 32 years old.
Yeah.
And she's, who knows?
It's like watching Stranger Things. Millie is a mom already. I'm so sure she's still in high school. Like, it's just those things you're watching. You're like,
yeah,
ooh,
Okay. Fiona George. Also, what do you guys want to see from the new X-Men films? Character development. I want to see them handle the same way that they handled X-Men 97. I'd like to see them handle a movie like that.
100%. 100%. The last few weeks I've gotten to know Bo. He's been at a few events that I've been at. We've had great conversations. We might actually bring Bo onto the Geek Buddies to talk about X-Men 97. So that's something we're planning, because I think that's the blueprint, as you just said so well, Kristian, for going forward with a live action X-Men. They got to see what Bo did in those things to really bring out the core and essence of the X-Men characters from the comics and their stories.
I just got a really great email. I'm sure you got the same email.
Oh,
Night of Seven Kingdoms. The screeners are already in.
Already? Wow. Yeah, there it is. All right.
Well, I'm gonna be watching those.
How many of those?
You know what I'm doing? 7. How many they give you? Oh, they gave you. Wait. First, the 6 episode first season. It's all 6.
Wow.
Oh my god. I'll be watching all of these. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can I end the show? Can I end the show? Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. Julian Ramos. They probably would have had Cena win if he fought LA Knight. It's true. For some reason, Triple H has something against him. He hates. Well, but they blew that. Yeah. They blew that also. Like, you got to capitalize on it when it's happening. Like, I didn't love LA Knight, but I cannot deny the fans were on board with that dude.
Yeah.
Dropped it because they did. Because again, we didn't decide. So no, you got to listen to the energy in the crowd. You got to listen to the energy.
Right.
And they did that. They blew it twice with LA Knight, and they blew it with Carrion.
Yep. 100%. Yeah,
because again, that's not how we do it here. Well, you're in wrestling. You gotta anyway. Nathan Drake, but does Filoni interfere in Lucasfilm games? Maybe. I don't know. I think that they leave well enough alone because they don't take it that serious over there. I think they leave the games alone.
Yeah. They don't. Yeah, exactly. Same thing with the novels and stuff. They don't.
Yeah, they leave it alone.
Alone.
Because they don't pay attention. All right. 69.
All
right. Not bad. Good way to end on a 69.
Hello.
So guys, wanted to thank you for being here. Wanted to thank Roca for being here. Roca, real quick before you get out of here again, where can they find?
YouTube.com/John Roca Says. Head on over there. The John Roca channel. So much happening. Geek Buddies, Hot Mic, the Jedi Way still happening at some point. Spill the Tequila, my episodes of The Truth. And I'll be going live more and more to talk about all this kind of stuff. So head on over to the John Roca channel. Subscribe there. Thanks, Kristian. Great to see you. Great to see everybody. Happy Monday. And please find a way to kind of elevate yourself today because it's been a tough weekend. We love you. Thanks, Kristian.
Thank you to John. Last one. Here's the last one I'll do. Clipchamp Razor says, sorry, I haven't been around much since my AWS layoff, but good news. Created a book publisher and they liked it. Hell yeah. Now I have a pitch meeting. What a great way to end the show there. Wonderful news that is. Congratulations. Amazing. So thank you. Yeah, we started a little earlier today. We started because I'm shooting with Sam in just a little bit. So we started an hour early. So you want to watch the replay? Check out the replay. But thank you again. We got Clips channel. Check out our wonderful sponsors. That helps the show. People didn't realize that. Maybe you couldn't put in a super chat or anything today, but you're like, well, you don't want to get something for myself. That helps out the show. That keeps us going. And you get some wonderful for yourself. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow with Mike and Roxy. Thanks to Roca. Thanks to all you guys. We'll see you on the flip side. Bye.